Fields of Success is a positive discussion around women and money. Today, I have several guests with me. Let's get started. I have Diane Brown, Dr. Lakeisha McMillan, and Monica Nickelberry. So, tell me, first of all, your greatest lesson learned around money.
I don't know for any of the other ladies, but one of my greatest lessons around finances probably came from my grandmother. And it was one of those things, we tease in the family, we talk about Lucinda always had something stashed.
Okay.
And even the day she passed away,
Wow.
my mother knew to look in her purse to get her purse from the hospital because Lucinda was going to have some cash in her purse.
Wow.
And that is one of those lessons that I carry in the back of my mind.
I've heard other women talk about always having some money of your own. Making sure that you maintain money of your own. So I do the same thing. Yeah. Anyone else?
Well, I think one of the things that I learned is just the value of money. The value of money, because I think too many people necessarily don't put a value around money. And the opportunity that money can give you, the access it can give you, the level of responsibility and independence that money can give you, and all of those things I don't think we're taught, but my grandmother kind of taught me that also, because she was an entrepreneur herself.
Right.
And just not necessarily she told me, but just by watching her and by being around her, how you value money and the importance that money can have in your life.
Right.
And how it can be a positive thing or how it can be a negative thing.
Right.
So you have to understand that value that money provides.
I think that's great. Yeah, because it can change your whole life. If you don't place a value to it, then I think you don't look at it as though it means something to you. So, and that can translate to a lot of things in how you spend money, and how when it comes in. So when they talk about it burning through your fingers, that may be because you don't place a value to it. Okay. What would you like to share, Monica?
I know for me, it wasn't necessarily a woman by herself, my mother and my father.
Okay.
I earned an allowance, and I had to do chores to earn that allowance. And if there was if it was the Barbie van or if it was the doll house.
You remember that?
The swimming pool.
But if it was anything like that I wanted, I had to save my allowance. And what my father would actually tell me is, if you save half, I'll pay the other half. And to this day, I don't do credit. It's like, let me save to get what I want. And when I save to get what I want and then I purchase it, there's no I'm making these monthly payments.
Right.
Like I'm working just to have material things.
Right.
And that for me is the most freeing lesson that I've learned from my parents in dealing with finance.
Yeah. Now, my personal experience around money wasn't necessarily a positive one. So it was, seeing my grandmother struggle, trying to make ends meet. She became the head of the household, and her just trying to balance, taking care of the bills and taking care of me because she was raising me. But early on, when I took, small jobs, babysitting for one, to get extra money. So when I thought of money at that time, I don't know, and I didn't think that I was placing a strong value on it, but I was, because I was tight. So I was always looked at as being tight with money. And but that can be viewed as a negative thing, and I think as a kid I did view that as a negative thing, but really it's not. You should be protective of your money. You earned it, you worked for it, you should be protective of that. So for me, earning money at a young age and being responsible for it carried a lot of weight for me. And so I still am that way. So and I still have things that I have to work through with money, but for me, earning my own money and being responsible at a young age taught me the value of money.